No niin, siinä oli alkuintro. Tää on aika vanha peli. Edellisen kerran pelannut ehkä joku 18 vuotta sitten. Aika pitkä aika siis. Ja ei muuta kuin lähdetään hiippailemaan. Tää on vähän erilainen kuin se ensimmäinen. Best Start Button. Se olisi ihan kiva, jos tää toimisikin. Mulla on tässä ollut näiden ohjaimen kanssa vähän ongelmaa. Okei, tää näköjään toimii. Syytä en tiedä. Mietin, että vois vähän tällaista sodan vastaista pelisarjaa mielellään pelata tässä vaiheessa. Tähän maailman tilanteeseen sopisi ehkä paremmin. Kojiman peli taas, eli varmasti tosiaan niinku tulee jotain happotrippiä. No. Okei. Nyt mä saan sen toimia. Mä jotenkin... Okei, se on nyt... Täällä on muuttunut taas napit edellisestä kerrasta. Otetaan nyt normaalilla. Mä otan ehkä vähän helpomman tutkan.
The Hudson River, 2 years ago. We had classified intelligence that a new type of metal gear was scheduled for transport. The whole thing stank, but our noses have been out in the cold too long.
Kameleonttiverkko. Veishyppy. Mitä se insertti on voinutkin tehdä? Laiva menee sillan alle. kameleonttiverkko oli siinä sitten ilmeisesti.
Our boy is right on schedule.
What? Jaha, tämä tyyppi taas.
He'll know soon enough.
Minä. Colonel, can you hear me?
This is Snake. Do you read me, Otacon?
Loud and clear, Snake.
Kept you waiting, huh? I'm at the sneak point.
Everything going okay?
Stealth camo's busted. Landing impact.
I must have overused it. Sorry, but you're gonna have to deal with it. You're not in the military anymore.
Right. I didn't plan on relying on this gadget anyway.
The private sector's not so bad, is it? Privacy guaranteed?
I'm happy as long as no one gives me any more unwanted gifts.
You mean that thing with Naomi?
And I can't say I miss the chattering nanny.
Mei Ling's not so bad. That reminds me, I have to get in touch with her again about that new Natick flashware.
Diverting toys from the SSCEN again? Look, give her a message from me. Someone will find out, sooner or later. She's better off assuming it sooner and quit while she's safe.
Huoltaa näitä
Too
kahta.
true. Okay, Snake, let's get to work. You know how the technical specs of Metal Gear were sold on the black market after Shadow Moses?
No nyt
All
menee hyvin.
Ocelot's doing.
Exactly. And now every state, group, and .com has its own version of Metal Gear.
Ei
Not
kuulosta
exactly
hirveän
a
hyvältä.
classified weapon for today's nuclear powers.
This new one seems to have been designed to wipe the floor with all the other models. The only consistent description is that it's an amphibious, anti-Metal Gear vehicle.
That explains why this one is under Marine Corps jurisdiction.
The mission objective is to make visual confirmation of the new Metal Gear being transported by that tanker and bring back photographic evidence. But I want you first to go up to the top level of the infrastructure, to the bridge. We need to find out where the tanker is headed.
A little reconnaissance, huh?
There's too much we don't know about this new prototype. Capabilities, deployment method, we don't even know how close it is to completion. If we know where the testing arena is, I can start to draw some reasonable conclusions.
All right, I'll head to the bridge ASAP.
Try to avoid confrontations. Our goal is to collect evidence on Metal Gear development and expose it to the world. It would be best if you could get out of there without alerting anyone.
Don't worry, I know the drill. We're not terrorists.
Very good. Don't you forget that you're part of Philanthropy now, an anti-Metal Gear organization and
Anti-Metal
officially
Gear
recognized by the
organisaatio.
UN.
Recognized, but still fringe, Otacon.
Laiva muuten ui aika syvässä.
All right, let's look at your gear. Your weapon is a tranquilizer gun converted from a Beretta M92F.
M9.
It's a little hard to work with because you have to reload after each shot since the slide locks.
Better than scavenging at the mission site.
Yup.
Good suppressor, too.
The chemical stun will take effect in a few seconds and last for hours. You can take down an elephant with that thing. Check out the laser sighting, too. The effects of the anesthetic round will vary depending on what part of the body is hit. We're talking about a difference of tens of seconds between hitting limbs, chest, or head. As for the equipment... Hey, Snake! Cigarettes? What's wrong with you?
It's kind of a lucky charm.
You haven't read the Surgeon General's warning, have you? Here's the digital camera. Works almost the same way as your old one.
They don't look armed.
Hey, Earth to Snake. These are nice, upstanding Marines, not terrorists. Don't get caught. You're in stealth mode here.
Sure, and if it comes to that, a little beauty sleep never hurt anyone. By the way, Otacon, are you sure of this intelligence?
Absolutely. Hacked it out of the Pentagon's classified files myself.
No traces?
Oh, please. I'm too good for that.
But this might be a trap. Remember, there's a price on our heads.
You're just being paranoid.
I hope so. Those men, you wouldn't think they were anything but civilians from here.
With all the ships passing on the river and in the harbor, putting uniformed Marines on the deck would be a bad idea. People can get a clear view of the water from riverside, too.
The water line is too high. According to the navigational plans, this ship should have discharged its cargo upriver.
It's in there, no doubt about it.
The military trains you to watch for threats from the stern on a boat. That's SOP for counter-terror ops, too. Security should be tighter.
You worry too much.
Where's the target?
Satellite surveillance is a major international pastime these days. I'd say the cargo holds, safely below the deck. Do you see the entrance to the holds?
Looks like there are a few entryways into the crew quarters. The chopper. What?
Jaha. Siitä rauhanomaisesta operaatiosta. Tässä spetsnätsejä tai muuta.
Looks like we're not the only ones after Metal Gear tonight.
Is that a chopper I just heard?
Affirmative. Probably another cavalry. What's their game? Hijack?
They're probably targeting the ship's controls.
Otacon. How many men do you need to take over a tanker of this size?
The ship is run by a computer, so I'd say about 18 people.
Hirveästi.
For you. Russians?
You sure?
New Yorkissa.
No Marine barber touched that head of hair.
No niinpä tietysti karvalakki päähän. Olikohan tää se kenraali, mistä mainittiin ykkössä?
Let's get an ID on him ASAP.
I'm on it.
Looks like the tanker's theirs now. K-60 Kasatka.
Kasatka?
Tunnistaa se äänestä.
Right? Killer whale.
We need to get a fix on who they are.
Judging by their transport, aren't they some kind of military commandos?
Not necessarily. It could be the KA-62, the civil model.
Look, Snake, all we need is the photographic evidence of Metal Gear. As long as we have those, we can put it online and blow the whole thing wide open. So no pyrotechnics, okay?
All right. I'll do my best.
This isn't like Shadow Moses. Reach me if anything happens. The frequency's 141.12.
How can I check in and save my progress?
I'll do it. There's a frequency set aside for it. 140.96. Sorry, but no Mei Ling this time. Call me on the codec when you want to save.
Got it.
I'll be waiting just past the Verrazano Bridge. You need to be off that ship by then.
I'll be in touch.
Jaha, jaha. Okei. First person tulee tästä. Okei, ammutaan tosta. Jaha, just sitten kääntyi. Rationeita ei oo. Tässä kunto laskee. Okei, eli tatista tulee tää. Tää aika jännästi. Tässä menee taas hetki
You
aikaa
want to save, Snake?
tutustua näihin nappeihin, kun nämä on täysin eri kuin edellisessä pelissä taas laitteessa.
Snake, you of course know the saying, one for all for one?
What is this all of a sudden?
Oh, I figured you'd need a lot of motivation, so I came prepared.
Uh-huh.
It's from the Three Musketeers. The book, not the candy bar.
Huh.
Anyway, it means that if you go up against everyone by yourself, they'll gang up on you too, I think. Since you're on your own on that ship, you need to take this to heart and avoid confrontations. How was that? Just like the old days, huh?
Almost reminds me of Mei Ling. But you sure you got it right?
Of course. And I'll teach you a lot more of these. You can count on it.
Great.
Push the action button near a scalable railing to hang off the other side.
Huomasin.
This is called hanging. You can use it to move around, hide, and even maneuver around an enemy's back. You can move left and right while hanging by moving the left thumbstick or using the left step and right step buttons. When you're ready to pull yourself up, just push the action button again. A grip gauge appears below the life
Grip
gauge
gauge.
during hanging. The grip gauge indicates how tightly you're holding on and steadily decreases as long as you're in hanging mode. When the grip gauge goes to 0, you won't be able to hold on anymore. You need to hoist yourself up before you fall off. Push the crawl button while hanging to jump down straight below. If the ground is too far below, you'll lose some life. In some places, you won't make it at all. Be careful of that.
Aha. Tää first personi menikään taas sitten. Se on tästä näin ja... Joo. Mitä nyt oikein onnistuu? Tykkäsin ehkä ampua first personista.
Freeze.
Ah. Ups. Pelastuskansi.
Snake, go through that door into the ship's interior. Push the action button down in front of the door and wait until the door opens before letting go. If you need to open the door faster, hit the action button repeatedly while you turn the handle. Make sure you keep doing it until the door's open.
Radioneita löytyy. Jotain muuta löytyy. Näköjään tässä voi uhata aseella myös noita vartijoita, niin ne nostaa kädet pystyyn. Jaha.
Freeze.
Nukahtaako se? Nukahtaa. Okei, en halua teabagittää sitä vaan, miten mä saan tän kannettua. Otakon kerros mulle, miten mä saan tän kannettua.
Snake, those pipes you see along the wall and ceiling are steam conduits. They're thin enough to penetrate with gunfire. Don't touch the steam. One of those blasts from the hole will burn your skin off. You may be able to use it as a trap of some sort, though.
Aha. Mulla olisi muistikuva, että nää pitäisi pystyä ottamaan jotenkin mukaan. Ei tietenkään asetta saa mukaan. Oliko tää niin vanha peli, että tässä ei oikeastaan saanut? Nukahtaakohan toi jossain vaiheessa? Supersotilaita.
Freeze. It's the
Voi vahus. Sotilaita tulee.
The situation is normal. All clear.
Kaikki nukkuu. Tilanne on normaali. Selvä. Paus ne herättelee nyt noin.
enemy in the area. Increase security level.
Nyt se kertoo, että...
Understood. A backup team is on its way to the stairs. Stay sharp.
Voi passiivi. Okei, menee hitaammin kuin toi ykkösessä. Tai... Okei.
Encounter DM backup.
Ei.
Understood. Search unit to the crew lounge. Secure the stairs.
Tää nyt mennyt yhtään hyvin. Joo. Uudestaan.
What's going on? Snake! Snake!
Nyt se alkoi. Joo, muistan, että oli vähän ehkä hassu tosiaan niin kuin nämä kontrollit jo silloin. Paitsi että tää on kyllä oudossa paikassa toi. Hei, mulla on ase. Pitäydytään pois. Se herätti ton kaverin. Itse taintui sitten. Yritän painaa tässä niinku montaa nappia yhtä aikaa. Okei, pääosuma näköjään tiputtaa kerrasta. Mä oon joudunut 3 nappia painamaan tosi epämiellyttävästi tässä näin. Nyt tää meni ehkä sillain. Eikö näitä voi kantaa? Vaikka rationi kyllä, kiitos. Siinä me on vetää hirsiä. Tästä pääsee alas. Tästä pääsee ulos. Tästä pääsee yläkertaan. Okei. Tarvii varmaan kortin tai jotain. Okei, se huomaa tän.
Freeze. Huh?
Turpiva. Okei, kolmiosta saa. Kolmiota pitää vaan painaa, niin tän saa siirrettyä johonkin autoerottiseen asentoon. Ah.
Enemy sighted. Requesting.
Aina voi herätä, jos sä siirtelet.
We've lost contact with Deck B. Backup unit, check it out.
Uh-oh.
I'm under enemy fire. Secure the perimeter.
Understood. Deploy search team to the portside staircase, Deck B. Increase security precautions.
No, en mä halua mennä tonne vielä ainakaan. Valtakunta Kalasnikovista. Paitsi se ei ole... Kun noilla taisi olla äänenvaimennettuja. Joo, näköjään siis noita voi ravistella, mutta ne saattaa herätä sitten ja radioida apua. Tää pieniä Kojiman jippoja tämmöisissä peleissä. Nää niinku vahtii nyt 5 metrin aluetta tossa noin niinku hyvin tarkkaan.
Attack team, come back at once. Guard team, stay alert.
Tämä ei toimi.
Freeze.
Tähän kaappiin ei näköjään voi pistää. Okei, nää ei välttämättä saat herää sitten. Tai sinne saattaa herätä. Joo, nyt se nukkuu tukemamme. 3/5 radiania. Nyt mä pääsin tonne niinku... Niin joo, tää on tää paikka, eli mä haluaisin kapteenin komentosillalle päästä. Se on varmaan täällä ylhäällä. Okei, toi on estetty. Ja meidän on pakko käyttää toista porraskäytävää. Teksee. Pystyykö ton itse tekemään? Joo, kyllä mä pystyn vähän liikuttamaan kameraa. Jaha. Koko partio oli täällä ne. Ketun mulla SP-pölöstä. No se ei mennyt kovinkaan seksikkäästi tämä.
Return to your Backup squad to deck D. Guard the galley area.
Who's there?
Mistä se tuli?
I got him. Send reinforcements.
Hei!
Surround the target.
Ai niin, tossa oli toi kamera. Totta kai se on tyhmä idea jäädä tohon noin. No Nikko, no keittiössä on rationeita. Ei mene hyvin. Mulla kuluu lifea. Bandage. Ai nyt se tästä pelistä tuli se. Noni.
Snake, wait!
Superagentti
Don't
täällä.
move.
I see it. Some kind of device on both sides of the hall. Infrared sensors?
Right, and they're linked to...
Let me guess. Semtex.
Exactly. Plastic explosives. If you trip the sensors...
I'll be sleeping with the fishes, along with this entire ship.
That sounds about right. There aren't that many infrared beams. Maybe you can get past those without setting off the explosives. If you need to see exactly where the beams are, you can use the usual method. There's a fire extinguisher over there. Break it open and try scattering some of the extinguishing chemicals.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood. Backup squad to deck D. Guard the galley area.
Pitää muistaa missä noin. Viivat näköjään. Ei kadonnut mihinkään. Okei, tässä pääsee komentosillalle. Tää on siis tutoriaali tää tankkeri. Tutoriaalikenttä.
So it is the Kasaka. Russian choppers.
Tietysti fast dropilla tulee alas. Kivasti venäläisiä sotilaita New Yorkissa. Tähti vielä kaiken lisäksi venäläisiä sotilashelikoptereita Jenkeissä. Kuka olisi arvannut?
Snake, did you find out where that ship is headed?
I'm looking at it. 35 degrees longitude, latitude around 58.
More than 500 miles off the coast of the Bermudas, out in the middle of the Atlantic. So the prototype is ready for solo testing. It's basically combat worthy. That area is outside the Second Fleet's operational range, too. It must be a standalone Marine Corps project, which means this prototype Metal Gear must be designed for independent deployment without any naval assistance. Anyway, analysis can wait till later. Snake, you need to go down to the
Aika
hold
paljon
to
pelkistä
locate the
koordinaateista
actual metal.
pysty päättelemään. Jaha.
Time to save?
Kyllä.
Okay. There's a saying that goes, even a bird on high dies a glutton's death, as do the fish of the deeps. The lesson is, don't be greedy. The fish that belonged to a family called the Deeps died from overfeeding, and so did a bird that got high on something, probably fermented fruit.
Okay, if you say so.
I do, Snake. Don't take unnecessary risks just because you're greedy for more items. Remember the Deep family's fish.
Vaan 2 rationia nyt kyllä, mutta... Vaspeen ammuksia täällä. Eikä minulle.
Snake, that door is probably busted. Try the other ones.
Kiitos.
Shalashashka has landed. I'm on my way to the tanker holds. Report your status.
Control room, communications and engine room are under control. All entry and exit points to the tanker hold secured. Infrared sensors placed and operational.
Good work. Are the explosives in place?
Yes, they are all planted.
Listen, once we have what we came for, the tanker will be scuttled.
And the vehicle's pilot.
He's the only one who underwent the VR training. No one else can do it.
Are you sure you can trust him?
Your part in the mission is complete. You are to leave at once.
No, it's not over yet.
I can see the moon, even in this storm, pale as death. I have a bad feeling about this mission. You swore this to me, that you would leave the unit once the mission was complete. Do not worry, this is a country of liberty.
No, this is where I belong, with the unit. I have nowhere else to go. Father, I want to stay and fight.
There is no choice to make here, Olga. Need I remind you that you are carrying my grandchild?
Aha, se on raskaana.
You will be on the helicopter out of here now.
Damn it.
Freeze! Hands over your head, now! Toss your gun overboard, slowly. A woman. Show your face.
You men, you're all the same.
Who are you?
We are nomads, wanderers.
I said don't move.
Americans, so you shoot women too.
I'm a nomad too. What else do you have there? Take the knife and toss it. Not there. Toss it overboard. Hold that position. Now, turn around.
You know what you're doing.
Mikäs toi oli?
It stopped raining. Not too shabby, is it? New York, I mean.
Pyssy tossa veitsessä. Spetsnaz-veitsi. Ja se on
And that brings
pomotappelu.
our tour to its conclusion.
Scout knife with a surprise. You a Spetsnaz?
I think you deserve a little credit. No one's ever dodged that shot of mine. But no one gets lucky twice, either. I've been with the unit since I was born. I grew up on the battlefield. Conflict and victory were my parents. The unit is my life, my family. We've shared everything, all the bad and all the good. I have
Joo, ja olit sanonut.
nothing else matters to
Joo.
whoever you are. You're not stopping us.
Jaha.
Take this.
Mä kyllä tiedä mitä tollanen määrä nukutusainetta tekee sikiölle, mutta toivottavasti ei mitään pysyvää. Kyllä kesti melkoisen määrän nukutusainetta. Norsun verran. Uspi. Se on vähän niinku Sokom. Snake tietysti ottaa sen mukaan. Drooni. Kenen drooni?
Cypher.
Cypher. Onks se Jenkkien drooni?
Otacon. The ship appears to be under their control. The men have Russian gear, but I haven't been able to find out anything else about their origin.
I know who they are.
You do?
We've ID'd the old man,
Who is he?
Sergei Gerlukovich.
Gerlukovich, one of Ocelot's
Mainittiin
allies.
ykkösessä.
Yeah, the GRU colonel. He's the one Ocelot was supposed to meet up with after Shadow Moses.
They're after Metal Gear.
Everything's changed. This is not going to be as simple as we thought.
You could say that. I saw a surveillance remote just now. It looked like the Cypher.
A Marine Cypher T?
No, Army.
First the Marines, then the Russians, now the Army?
You're right. This isn't gonna be simple.
Snake, there's something I have to tell you.
Minä rakastan sinua.
We didn't dig up this info about the new Metal Gear on our own. Not like usual.
How did you find out then?
Joku jätti
It
sen
was a
avoimeksi
tip,
sen
An
dokumentin.
anonymous tip.
Aha.
Anonymous. You've never trusted those. Why would you start now?
I have a younger sister, a stepsister. We have different parents. I only knew her for 2 years.
You've never mentioned her before. So?
The sender of the tip was EE.
E.E.?
Her name is Emma, but I always call her EE.
Emma? Emmerich?
Yeah, it just caught my eye, you know. I figured it was a coincidence, but I couldn't get it out of my mind. There's really no one out there who knows about her.
When was the last time you saw her?
Over 10 years ago.
You think it's a trap to lure us out here?
I don't know.
100%.
After I got the tip, I did break into the Pentagon system to get confirmation.
Okay.
Watch your back, Snake. Maybe I screwed up.
I've got a light-equipped USP. I can take them on now. There's no ammo, but it takes a 9mm, just like the Marines' M9.
Okay, it's not just
I'll find
milliliter.
those somewhere around here.
Don't raise too much racket with that thing.
I hear you.
Ja. Tää on tosi epämukavaa ampua. Ampua tällä. Wetbox. Märkä pahvilaatikko. No, en taida ruveta tappamaan ketään. Tosin se yksi, joka tipahti mereen, se oli vähän niinku työtapaturma. Laivassa ahtaat käytävät.
Oh, you need to save? Just a second. Another Chinese proverb. Hey, Snake, you found a handgun.
It's a decent one. USP.
The USP fires real bullets, not the knockout rounds the M9 uses. You know that, right? The USP isn't equipped with a suppressor either. If you fire it when there are enemies nearby, they'll probably hear it. Keep that in mind. Having the USP will make combat easier, but being undetected is still the best way to go, okay?
Tutoriaalia edelleen.
Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Switching additional men to Deck D. You are ordered to defend the stairs at all costs.
Okei, täällä on rauhallista. Seitsemän kuulemma. Nyt se on pilustunut. Ei, hyvää päivää. Ehkä mä muistan miten tää meni. Vahva ehkä. Eikä. Ketä on varasta? Se sitten hiippailusta. No niin, nyt on lisää kuulia kyllä. Yksi pandake löytyy ainoastaan. Hänen löysi toi ja jostain syystä.
Freeze.
What's that?
Se huomasi ton oven avaamisen. Ja vaan vaihto kanavaa. Jaha, tätä ei pääse mihinkään. Täällä voi olla piilossa. Eikö muka jalkaa voi osua? Osu se. Sitä vaan ei tullut mitään niinku... Mitään tuommoista reporttia, että... Eikö sulla mitään oo? Jos näitä saa vaan kerran tavaroita. Ylhäältä.
Freeze.
Se tässä oli jossain myöhemmässä pelissä, noita pystyi kuulustelemaan, kun ne otti tälleen vangissa. Tää on muuttanut partioreittiä muuten. Se oli ihan 10 arvoinen, vaikka itse sanonkin. Taas hyvin epäilyttävä asento ja raahataan ne baariin piiloon, se on luonnollinen paikka sammua. Tainnutustikkoja. Mä en tiedä miksi baarissa on tainnutustikkoja, mutta ok. Ehkä joku haluaa vähän kovempaa ainetta. Stunnigranaatti, oi. Mä muistan ykköspelistä tosiaan ne stunnigranaatti oli äärimmäisen. Oh.
Raven.
oikeesti tosi hankalaa tehdä. Eikö toi mukaan riitä toi kantomatka? Riitti se. Okei, tällä ei pystyy. Tätä shoulder-napeilla pystyy näköjään. Jaha. Niinpä tietysti. Noin. Sinne vaan. Tää tähtääminen. Voi pojat. Täytyy vasemmalla. Ja asento on niinku äärimmäisen epäergonominen tällä hetkellä. Tukohan se osuma? Joo. Tosta näkee. Varpaan kerkee. Saa nähdä miten käy kyllä. Nukahtaakohan se? Niin mun täytyy tätä nappia pitää vasemmalla kädellä, sitten mun pitää painaa ylempi liipasin pohjaan ja pitää niinku ylintä, mikä tässä ohjaamassa on keltainen, niin pohjassa. Päästään irti, niin se ampuu. Ei tainnut toimia toi äsken. Jos mä haluan niinku sivusta ampua, niin pitää tosiaan. No niin, nyt se on siinä saappaassa. Nyt tossa näkyy se, että se on tikka kiinni jalassa. Eli saappaat tossa semmosia panssaroituja. Kyllä ton pitäis nukahtaa jonkin ajan kuluttua, kun se on ottanut osumaan. Ei löytynyt mitään. Kerran voin kokeilla, jos noilta löytyisi jotain, mutta ei kannata ruveta retuuttamaan. No, ei näiltä kai sitten löydy. Pas köyhiin. Tuolla luoteen kanssa luokan takana. Olen sen verran ahne, että otan mukaan. Ja ne on vielä ämysin tainnutustikkoja, että niin. Tälle pystyy kurkkaamaan vasemmalla olkaimella. Okei, se tipahti kerrasta. Noniin, toisen kerran kun retuutti, niin löytyi jotain. Okei, granaatti. Okei, tää on tuolla ylhäällä. Harrastamme sormijumppaa ja hän nyt joutuu odottelemaan sitten hetken aikaa. Nyt se tulee. Väärä nappi. Vielä ylempänä. Slipas USB-he. Se on kädenkuva. Sellainen käsisensori.
Repair of the entranceway to the engine room on the port side is complete. We'll return to position following patrol of the small room on the port side.
Kiitos raportista. Nyt voit ottaa se on Ylhäällä oli joku vartija. Täällä näköjään taas jotain pommeja.
Snake, there's another set of infrared sensors in place. If you touch that, the explosives will detonate and that ship will be pulverized.
I'm not in the mood to go sleep with the fishes, but there are too many sensors. Looks like I'll have to find another way.
No need to worry. There's a way through. Take a close look. Do you see the thing with blinking green lights right next to the explosives? That's the control unit for the sensors. Destroy that, and the sensors stop functioning. You can't get in close enough to touch it, so you'll have to shoot it out. But the M9's knockout rounds won't work. The USP you picked up should do the trick. Use that gun.
Sitä tulee mökää. Luotanko mä itseeni, että teen tän tallentamatta? Totta kai. Aseella, jota ei ole tarkkuutettu.
Oh, Snake, you want to save? Hey, Snake, what's hardest won, most easily lost? It's time. Get it?
Rakkaus. Ei.
Amazing how
Aika.
relevant these Chinese proverbs still are. Once the moment's gone, it's gone. Except for daylight savings time, of course. That extra hour to do anything you like with every autumn. Gotta love it. Then again, you lose an hour every spring, so I guess the proverbs are right. Wow, they thought of everything.
Did they even have daylight savings back then?
Of course
Todennäköisesti ei.
not. They knew how to save time. We're the ones that need to be tricked into it.
Yeah, but you said...
The moment never returns, Snake. Let's not waste it on idle questions.
Okay.
Katsotaan toi yläkerta.
I got him. Send reinforcements.
All of the units remain in your positions.
Tää on niin epämiellyttävää tää tähtääminen näillä näppäinsäädöillä. Pitäisikö mun tehdä jotain asiaa? Okei.
Return to your positions. Increase security.
Se taitaa lisätä tuota turvallisuutta.
A backup team is on its way to the stairs. Stay sharp.
Who's there? Enemy sighted. Requesting backup unit.
Acknowledged. Assault team, check it out. All of the units remain in your positions.
Ei mene hyvin. Tuo oli sitä paitsi väärä suunta, mihin mä olin menossa. käytän granaattia. Tää niinku unohtaa kaiken mitä mä oon tehnyt, jos vaihtuu. Okei, noin ei kaikki oo tajuttomana. Uh-oh. Siinä meni kokonainen iskuryhmä.
Return to your positions. Increase security. Understood.
Se on paremmat liivitkin.
Personnel to the starboard entrance to the engine room.
Ei mä oon...
Snake, respond! Snake!
Ai se on unohtanut, että mä oon korjannut ton. Tai sitten ne kävi korjaamassa tossa välissä. Jep. Selkeästi. No, muistetaan se tehdä nyt. Uudestaan sitten. Tää on kyllä pois päältä. What?
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Hetkinen. Siinä on vielä jotain räjähteitä, mitkä on aktiivisena. Kai. Missä noitten kontrolliboksi on? Ampunut tuon vihreän valon tosta noin. Ja siis se räjähtää, jos mä menen tähän näin.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
Onko täällä toinen kontrolliboksi, mikä pitäisi tuhota? Katsotaas nyt. Siis mä ammuin tämän. Siinä ei enää valoa. Kyllä.
See those lockers? That's a good place to hide.
Okei, tää paljastaa tuo. Heti lähti terveys kulumaan, kun pisti tupakan palamaan. Mites Jaffi-granaatti? Okei.
Snake, what's more? Snake! Snake!
Onko se niin, että se oli yläkerrassa sitten se kontrolliboksi? Joo. Niin ja sen takia ne korjas tän näin oviauko, että mä pääsen suoraan ylöspäin, mutta ei tarvitse kiertää tuolta ylhäältä. Ja onneksi täällä on nyt nukkuvia prinsessaruususia. Useita kappaleita. Mitenköhän tää nyt oli? Se on ihan tyhmää, että se olisi se kontrolliboksi jossain muualla. Se on vaan tarkkuusammunta juttu toi. Taas onko se puki? Okei, eli niitä on, joo, ei ole puki, vaan niitä on itse asiassa 3 kontrolliboksia. Tää on väärä ase. Tuolla on juuri ja juuri näkyy valo. Luotanko mä itseeni tarpeeksi ampuakseni tosta räjähteiden yli? Totta kai. Okei, yksi pari. Yhdessä on vielä näköjään punainen valo. Okei, alhaalla yksi, ylhäällä yksi, missähän se 3. Sikkeet näyttää ne tossa. Tossa on yksi reikä. Tuolla päällä oli toinen. On se Semtex. Siellä lukee Semtex. Ei se Snake mitään tunnistanut. Pysy tuon vasemmassa nurkassa. Oh. Voittajan on helppo hymyillä. Joo, niitä oli 3 ja ne oli vaan piilotettu. Eikä tosta nyt ilmennyt, että se on ehdottomasti niitä on 3.
Verrazano Bridge checkpoint passed. All non-essential personnel report to the holds in 10 minutes time for the scheduled briefing session with the commandant.
Okei, täällä ei ole venäläisiä.
You are ordered to continue manning your posts until that time.
Kai sitten. Pitkä Jaha. Täällä varmaan venäläisiä, kun on miehistön jäsen ammuttu. Tästäkään ei päästä pois. Okei. Ja se syyllinen löytyikin sitten. Toi vaan pidettää.
Nothing to report.
Näkee vaan unta.
Nothing to report.
Hyviä unia. USB:n ammuksia vaan täällä tulee. Tänne pääsee näin piiloon putkien taakse. Aha.
Colonel, we have sealed the stern hatch. The lift is also under our control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been severed. No one is aware of our presence.
Nyt ei mene kovin hyvin.
No one down into the holds until we are out.
Yes, sir. We will secure your exit with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
Ah.
Need to save, right, Snake? Hang in there, Snake.
lights!
Ah. Tunnigranaatti. Miten ne nyt selvisi siitä noin nopeasti? En tappanut ketään. Snake näyttää vähän prätkeä jätkältä. Tai no on mullakin aika pitkä tukka. Yksi sotilas on takana. Huono päivä.
Who goes there?
Hetken, onko sillä kaksi kättä?
Kalashaska.
Toinen on
Why are you
tyhjä
here?
hanska
We
varmaan.
thought you were with the colonel. What the?
Jaha. Hän oli sillä tuulella ilmeisesti. Pisti vaan kiinni se ruuma.
The colonel will be joining you soon.
Täällä on oma suunnitelmansa.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
Okay, Snake. Let's go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype. Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front, front right, and front left, and a close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
Marking?
There should be a Marine's insignia on the body of Metal Gear.
Niinpä tietysti.
Just let someone try explaining away a clear shot of that.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Niinpä tietysti.
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to interfere with our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the encryption protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the pictures from the machine.
Arrangements?
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into US military's proprietary network. Managed to get into that workstation and overwrote a part of the system software so I could remote install a little app I wrote.
Why bother with anything that complicated?
No,
Se
it's
asensi
pretty
Linuxin
simple,
siihen.
really. Look, all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action button. The app will automatically launch and download the image data from the camera, split the files, and encrypt them individually. The data packets can then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Yksinkertaista,
sure,
mutta
if you
totta.
put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake,
Eversti
just
ei
the
varmaan
photos,
vitsaile.
okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Tämmönen pomotappelu.
At the moment,
Paparazzi.
every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their nuclear strategy in the light of the military dominance spelled out by Ray. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
Pahos. Ammutaan aamukoitteessa.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
At the moment, every industrialized nation on the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states. They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force to compete with the US's nuclear strike capability. The world is about to see a swarm of these Metal Gear derivatives. We initiated development of Metal Gear Ray as a countermeasure to these pirated weapons forces. The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete. Nations building up their own Metal Gear force will think twice about their strategy. The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order, and we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition of the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention
Ei mennyt hyvin. Okei, uudestaan.
Snake, respond! Snake! Snake!
the shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed.
Stop kidding around. Snake? Snake!
The shift in the balance of power will mean a new world order. And we, the Marine Corps, will play a central role in its military affairs. Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development, but it cannot be more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation. It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed. Some say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
PTSD pilkkuu silmissä.
Metal Gear.
I have a daughter, and it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty.
Okei, eli edestä, sivuilta ja sitten vielä merijalkaväen merkinnästä kuva. Talletaan nyt varmuuden vuoksi tähän.
The Chinese.
Joo. En jaksa kuunnella noita. Sano, kerros uudestaan mitä piti tehdä.
Okay, we're finally there.
So, this is the new Metal Gear.
Yep, and we're gonna show the whole world its baby pictures. Get the prototype on camera. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Once you have the photos, use the workstation in the southeast end of the area to transmit them over to me. Send me something I can use.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
Uh-oh.
Left.
Good.
Left.
Tosiaan on tietoa.
Front. Down.
Good.
The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure. The success
Good.
trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense
Good.
pointed out from the very beginning.
Okei, tossa on niinku
President Sears
tiellä vielä toi.
forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military
Merijalkaväen merkinnästä. Se on varmaan oikealla puolella.
Program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval. The proliferation and development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that last century. And we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see is here to prevent that possibility. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3 ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development...
Jaha.
Snake, respond.
Uudestaan.
Snake! Snake!
I have a daughter. And it is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the
Good.
nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that is my duty.
Good.
Tuommoisia kuvia on vähän vaikeita kiistää.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we? Right. Front. Up.
Good.
Right. To move on, the National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance.
Varmaan tossa sekin teksti muuten. Pitäisi jostain ylhäältä päästä
There
katsomaan.
was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval.
Jaloissa taitaa olla se merijalkaväen
Proliferation and
merkintä,
development of
niin
Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT.
toi on nyt huonoa tuuria vaan.
Stop kidding around. Snake?
Joo.
I have a daughter.
Pitäisköhän se
It is my
ensimmäisenä
greatest wish
melkein.
never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for the future generation. As a soldier, I know that
Ylös
is my duty.
päästä. Pitäis mä... Taannutan ton.
You must be tense. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
Hyviä unia.
Left. Up. Front.
No niin. Tossa.
Good.
Oikein pienellä väkivallalla tästäkin selvä.
Let's continue. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure. And the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening.
Good.
Technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the anti-ballistic missile agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very...
Good.
President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval.
Good.
Okei. Mulla taitaa nyt
Proliferation and
kaikki olla.
development of Metal Gear technology are about to render agreements like the NPT and START obsolete. There are also forces at work trying to exploit this disturbing trend to further their own power and influence. The human race is about to slide back into the endless arms race of that
Noin. US Marines Data Flow System. Se on asentanut oikeasti Linuxin sinne. Poliisina oot. Niinpä tietysti, Kojiman anime-filmi. Sensibly programmed.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? Okay, first up. Oh, I don't think we can use this. What's next? Oh, I don't think we can use this.
Mä oon ottanut muita kuin.
What's next? Oh, I don't think we can use this. What's next? What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. What's next? This is great. The Marines lettering shows up really well.
Ai jaa.
The last one is... Didn't think Gerlukovich was involved, of all people. We're...
Last century, and we cannot afford to play that Russian roulette again. The Metal Gear Ray you see
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. Huh? You haven't taken a single...
Jaha.
is here to prevent that possibility.
Täytyy uudestaan ottaa kuvat. Kolme minsa aikaa.
We have intelligence that there are anti-metal
Good.
planning to target the ship. Intruder to the left! Intruder to the right! Intruder to the left!
Good.
Intruder in the back! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. Let's continue. Former President Sears did also act towards reducing the nuclear...
Okay, I'm receiving the images. Okay, first up... What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here. What's next? You already took a good one of the side lettering. What's next? Okay, this works. It's a great front view. The last one is... Okay, that's good. The shot from the right is in the
neljä
bag.
vasemmalta pitää vielä saada yksi kuva.
your stockpile while nurturing the NMD concept. It was he who lowered Start 3's ceiling for tactical nuclear weapons in order to bring Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM Treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses happened. Even though the development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone...
Good.
Okei, mä vähän korjasin
The
sitä
military
läpi.
community knows the facts.
Vähän
It's
tarkka
spread
noitten
across the
kuvien
globe
kanssa.
like wildfire. And the nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray. It is an undeniable fact that
Okei, nää meni läpi.
we, the Marines, will lead the charge into a new world order with Metal Gear Ray. That is all. Dismissed.
Onnistuukohan se pois pääseminen?
Excellent speech, my friend.
Jaha, tää tulee.
Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer.
Mennään
End
samasta
of a
puolesta, kaveri.
liar. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth.
Identify yourself.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back.
No, pääsi hiippailemaan.
Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood?
Kameroiden edessä.
This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly.
Uh-oh.
We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
Kuka on pilotti? Se mainittiin tuossa alussa.
What do you intend to do with Ray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you that I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo? How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gerlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidas?
Jaha, juoni lähtee muuttumaan.
Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Kaksoisagentti.
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gerlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitors! Stop!
Jaha, ampui sitten kaikki kommandot. Se tiputti ton yhden revolverin.
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Jaha. Snake vaan niinku odotti tekemättä mitään. Vähän hidas ilmeisesti joissain tilanteissa. Käsin kädessä. Se käsi hän irtos alun perin.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother.
Jaha.
No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Body Parts elokuva. Se on Liquidin käsi. Mä en tiedä miten toi toimii. Vähän hölmö ajatus. Vähän supersankaripeli tää periaatteessa.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm.
Liquid's on.
No se nukkuu kannella. Valmis tietenkin. Tää operaatio ei mennyt nyt ihan putkeen kuitenkaan. Vähän hassun näköinen tää Metal Gear. Noikin sanot tietysti. Aha, tässä on laaserikin. Meri alkaa Metal Gear, niin totta kai se osaa uida.
Snake! Snake!
Ja sukeltaa. Pyydystellään niinku. Se saa lentääkin.
Proceeding as planned, sir.
Kenen palkkalistoilla tää on? Ei tullutkaan pomotappeluun.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of Snake on the scene. The cipher is most useful. I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine Corps' plans are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Ahaa. Sears on edelleen asioiden perässä.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan. Your classic nightmare. It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
The big shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the big shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the big shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group and they have the big shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to ETA. Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion. What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have 2 mission objectives. 1, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary. You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
This is Snake. I'm now inside Strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the codec button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the codec button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit? Seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Joo, Eversti sanoi samat asiat kuin Snakeille. Mutta toinen osa, tämä pääpeli, pelaat jollain muulla kuin Snakeilla. Kuka toi on? Se selviää myöhemmin. Täytyy jatkaa tätä myöhemmin. Mä todennäköisesti on viikonloppuna menossa, mutta yritän striimata kanssa näitä juttuja. Mutta joo, Metal Gear Solid 2 tutoriaali päästy läpi. Jatketaan tästä sitten myöhemmin. Täällä on tullut vähän